round 10 of the chess blitz event. This is our last round today, but there's 30 rounds total. But they play 10 games each day, and this is round 10, so this is our final game of the day. On the left we have Wang Yue of China, the gold medalist, quite surprisingly, from the rapid tournament that finished yesterday, and on the right side we have Ruslan Ponomariov of Ukraine, a former world champion, but so far in the rapid and as well in the blitz he hasn't done too well, I would think. So actually probably Wang Yue is the favorite, although normally one would think it's Ponomariov, but he seems pretty much out of shape.
Yeah, it's a blitz tournament, so well, at blitz everything is possible in every game. There are no surprises at all.
Okay, here we go. 1c4 he plays. Okay, they play quickly f5. Quite prerogative, the Dutch opening it's called.
Yeah, so we can expect a really sharp game after this opening. And
yeah,
as you see, they're playing very quickly because of limited time. They has only 3 minutes for a game with increment of 2 seconds.
Putting the knight there on the edge is a bit provocative by Wang Yue. Okay, so maybe he wanted to move it and move the h-pawn forward, but no, he just wanted to play solidly like this. I don't know, what is Ponomariov going to do now?
It's one of the sidelines, I think.
Yeah, it's more normal to put the knight sort of closer to the center, but here, wow, e6 is also a bit of a funny move in some sense. It's a bit surprising, I would say. Let's see, d5?
Knight e5.
Knight e5.
It's typical structure for Dutch anyway. It's just a small difference
b3,
the sideline and the main line.
Now the bishop on g7 is somehow eyeing the rook on a1, but it's not going to be in time.
So now black is intending e5.
Will black play e5 next, do you think? Let's say if white plays bishop b2 now, is he going to play e5?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably he is.
It's good for black to close this structure.
I agree. It's interesting.
Otherwise, white bishops are really active, so...
But then you can take on e6, but somehow that gives away the white center. So let's see, bishop a3, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, Ruslan Ponomariov is also well known as a creative player.
And I think Wang Yue is known as a very solid player. He likes endgames. So, well, I was about to say Wang Yue is going to take on d8, but no, he didn't. Because I think he thinks that the black queen is a bit in trouble somehow.
Okay, but eventually black can play queen a5 with some extra tempo.
Yeah, rook d1, queen a5, bishop back to b2 and e5. I would say black is... Well, black can be quite happy.
Doing well, yeah. Black should be satisfied after
now the knight on f7 I think is a good piece.
Now knight on h3 is a bit misplaced.
Exactly, if you play e4 now, black will just take it, and somehow he can't really take back
we can see that Wang Yue is not satisfied with this position.
No,
so.
a3. What should black do? g5 maybe? g5 is an interesting move.
Yeah, g5 and knight is hanging suddenly.
Wow.
So
I like g5. This is also very typical.
Okay, g5, f4 is also playable. Queen c7. First he decided to coordinate the pieces because white was going to play b4 anyway, so queen was misplaced on a5.
Well, it's difficult to make a move for white. If you play b4, then you just go bishop e6, start attacking the weak pawn on c4. I don't know. e4.
He decided to play e4. Yeah, he's trying to.
Even a move like f4 is interesting here, sacrificing a pawn. He played
Actually, he's not sacrificing a pawn. I mean,
you can just take. My idea was
with queen on c7.
If he takes it, I want to play knight h5. Yeah. Let's see if he does.
Yeah, that's
f3.
interesting. So,
is he gonna play knight h5 now? Then you play g4. I mean, Wang Yue's position is not pretty here, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not so bad.
He already realized that his position is not better for sure, and he started to play passively but really solidly also. So, well.
Because Ponomariov he's pretty happy, but on the other hand also he has to do something else. His position could deteriorate. So let's see.
We can see that the time is equal. He both have 2 minutes on the clock now. Yeah, bishop e6. He's just developing pieces. Yeah.
Maybe now the knight will go to f2 or something like this. It's solid, but knight to e2.
He's trying to force him to make some decision with the pawn structure.
Yeah.
g5 finally.
Probably knight.
Now he's got a choice. Yeah, knight to f2.
I mean.
I prefer black's position.
Well, of course, it's pleasant for black, but there's not too much wrong with the white position.
I would say it's about equal.
Maybe he will actually. Maybe soon he will take on f4 and play bishop h3.
White's got some resources here, some interesting ideas, and
let's see how is he going to defend.
Bishop h3 as expected. So
it's a good move. Sort of exchanging. Well, the bishop on e6 was very active, and the bishop on d2 was very passive. So now he's trying to exchange this bishop, and that's very, very sensible chess, I would say.
And now, h5.
Also a good move, I would think. Now
he's trying to put some pressure on the king side.
I think really now
some space advantage.
Wang Yue should take the bishop on e6. He could consider putting his own bishop on f5 as well. I don't know about that.
Yeah, bishop f5 seems to be interesting, of course.
Yeah, that's it's an interesting outpost for the bishop. Is he gonna do that? Put the bishop on f5.
After taking on
He must be
E6,
thinking of it, because I don't think he want to allow g4. No, he exchanged. Okay, take back.
Just king g2, very solid.
But to be honest, I think Wang Yue has done this pretty well. Okay, g4.
G4 seems to be risky. I mean, it's of course.
Wow. Maybe knight g1 or something.
White actually has some.
Oh, what about taking on
small
f4 and going
now.
knight d4? Well, I mean, he has trouble, but it's also risky. I mean, I don't know. Maybe take on f4.
There are
maybe knight
definitely
g1.
3 results possible in this game now.
What's the time? 1 minute for you?
Just 1 minute.
1.5 for Ponomariov? Okay, it is probably looking pretty good for the Ukrainian, right? But it's hard to say.
And again, in normal chess, we would say that black might be slightly better, but
yeah, I think really anything can happen.
As is blitz, and he has less than 1 minute, is not.
Wang Yue's clock ticking down like this. It's not very promising.
40 seconds is not enough to calculate this position properly.
No.
Probably he's not able to make a right decision now.
Let's see. Rook to
Rook
d3.
d3. Okay,
Takes.
seems like.
What happens? Knight g5
Knight
now.
g5.
Very strong. Wow, this is winning an exchange. It's a dramatic turn of events. Now Ponomariov is.
Yeah, he's got no choice but to sacrifice the rook. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. But it is
He
not
found
over.
creative way.
This is very interesting, actually.
Position is quite.
Because now, if he plays next, he will play f5 with definite compensation. If you take on
Black
f4,
would take and just rook g1 maybe with some compensation.
maybe you take with a knight on f4 first. This is wow. This could be very
White can
interesting.
eventually go to d4 and f5 even. So okay, Black
Maybe
decided to play
maybe a very strong defensive
aggressively
move
knight g4.
because if you play f5 now, there's a nice move. Knight takes h2. I think this was.
Yeah, probably this. Probably Wang Yue missed this one. This move.
Yeah, this was a very great move by
rook g1.
Whoa. What happens now?
Although a sharp game.
Maybe rook g6 now is a strong move. He played it. Yeah. How are you gonna defend against this? I don't think Wang Yue saw this.
What is surprised?
Yeah.
He's got only 10 seconds, so.
Knight takes g4. Takes.
Yeah,
And
I think Black is winning now.
Well, actually,
objectively, I mean, of course, at blitz, still everything is possible. Position
now
it's still complicated, so.
No, maybe now just rook f8 resigns.
Just rook f8, e5, rook g5. They are playing very quickly now.
So let's calculate. Knight e6. What happens?
Just bishop e5 probably.
And then we go away with the king.
King to g2, and it's getting unclear again.
Wow, wow. Can you play rook h5 here is a brilliant. No, there's a check on g6. Sorry. So it will be a blunder.
Wow,
what are you going to do now?
Ponomariov lost control of
completely.
Now, yeah.
He has 58 seconds. Wang Yue has 9 seconds. But look at the knight on e6. It's threatening the queen and both the rooks. This is very, very difficult for Ponomariov. I think he thought he was completely winning, and now he has to face this. What is he going to do? What about the move g3? No, he didn't do that. This.
Now position is equal, I think.
Yeah, can you take the bishop on b2? No, then there's queen g6 check. So he's going to take this one back. Now he takes there. He's going to take back and a check on g6. Wow. Now, if anything, is Wang Yue slightly better, or is it just a draw, you think? It's probably just a draw. But now Wang Yue started to play for a win, I think. Queen e6, he could just take off queens.
Black king is a bit weaker than the white
and
one.
the king to h1. Excellent move by
g4 is a weakness.
Excellent move by Wang Yue. This game has completely turned around. Wang Yue has 7 seconds, but remember, he gets 2 seconds extra per move. I like this move, rook f4. Woof. Like this. How is he gonna increase the pressure? He gives a check. No, he goes back.
Yeah, because he's got only 7 seconds, so he's trying to gain some time.
Is he trying to make a draw? He is trying to make a draw. Okay, the rook will go back to f4. It's gonna be a draw, is it? Yeah. Wang Yue.
Now he's got some.
He's shaking.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So probably he decided to go for a draw after such game.
Well, I don't know. It should be a repetition, but they have this position many times. Okay.
Yeah. So
they agreed a draw. Sure. Okay.
So Wang Yue can be satisfied after such tough game.
Yes, and well, this concludes day 1 of the men's chess blitz event. We will be back tomorrow with round 11.